What's going on, figure freaks? Welcome back to the channel. So happy you're here doing another action figure review. Today we are doing the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Snake Battle Suit, sorry. Looking at the front of the box here, we got 3 Cobra Snake battle suits walking through a decimated city. All the buildings are ablaze. We got skyscrapers here all flaming up. We got a sports arena. We got a little mushroom cloud right there. Flames everywhere. And we got one of the battle suits. The cockpit is opening and we got a little Cobra infantry guy sneaking out. Awesome. Side of the box, we do have that QR code. It's 162 in the line. And in the back of the box, we got some nice little mini shots here. Looks like we got the fuel intake, along with some boosters, some jet boosters maybe. And then, what are these? Is this some like cockpit, like digital readouts perhaps, some screens. And then of course we got the cockpit over here, showing that the little door swings down and also detaches. Then we got the weaponry attachment to the arm. Again, the fuel intake. Move over here. And then we got the model itself along with the weaponry, some missiles, a gun, and the flame effects. Would have liked to maybe a few more effects. What about some blast effects to go off the tip of your gun? Says they are 11.9 inches tall. And then we got Cobra Snake System Neutralizer Armed Cloaking Equipment Battle Suit. For those of you that are into acronyms. Other side, oops, wrong side. Other side of the box, we got the artwork. Top, bottom, there's your barcode. Let's rip this guy open. Just a quick little peek of the snake armor. Outside of the big old box, this guy is huge. We got all these compartments with a little cellophane wrap that's gonna have all of his accessories. For those of you that are into like sensory shit here. Oh yeah. Listen to that paper crinkle. Do it. All right, we got lots of accessories to attach to our snake battle suit. First, let's measure this guy up. So it says 11.9 inches. Got the handy ruler. And it looks like it's just about on the money. Just under 12 inches, 1 foot. So pretty accurate on the measurement. Let's put this guy together. First, starting with the cockpit door. I think it just pops on like so. Hopefully. Is that it? There we go. Boom. So there we have it. And there's those readouts I was talking about. We got a little handle here, some steps, swings closed. Looking pretty sweet. We'll keep those loose for now. Then we got these two things. I think you're just gonna pop them under the hands here. I think it's just like an extension. So you snap them onto the wrists. There we go. And then the rest is kind of up to you whether you want the claws or a claw. And we got the hands as well as the torch, blowtorch, the gun, or a missile. We'll get into that later. Let's go around to the back of this guy here. We got some, tanks and panels that we are going to attach here. Now let's see, looking at the back, this is going up. So I think this is supposed to go right here. Just snaps on nice and tight. Here, let me adjust the view here. As you can probably see, I got slice and dice standing on the columns. And then I believe we just pop these on here. And then just make sure you look at where these guys are pointed. They're not straight off like the peg is. So you're gonna see this little thing here, and basically that panel is going to lock into that little square. So this guy's leaning a little to the left. This guy's leaning a little to the right. There we go. And success. Looking pretty good. We'll get our weaponry on there in a second. But yeah, this is a nice beast of a figure. Pop these guys in. We got these little pegs here. They're gonna pour it into these little holes on the chest. I don't know how that's gonna work when you open this guy up. Oh, yep, they stay attached. So this guy is ready to be boarded and ready for battle. We just got to get some weapons on there. All right, let's just do a quick look at the accessories. Here's our gun. All pretty much, monochromatic. Just we got the kind of darker gray, black plastic molding. Pretty nice detail. We got the flamethrower. And we'll put a flame on there. Come on, get in there. Pretty soft on the flame effects. It's just gotta kind of force it into that port. Other flame effects, kind of a shorter burst. And then you kind of got the smoking gun effect. And then we'll put that actually on this. You just bucked off a couple shots. Here's that missile. You got those hands, and hey, what do you know? We got trigger fingers on there. Which is like the trigger finger thing with like ninjas and stuff that don't wield guns, and we don't have guns for this guy to wield, at least I don't think, unless this like pops in here. So, and then we got the C grip claw. No movement there, that's just checking. And then just looking more at the figure itself, at the battle suit. Pretty nice, I gotta say. I do like this. It doesn't seem as heavy or as bulky as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be much bigger, but there's a lot of cool stuff. Like I like the handles down here on the side to help your pilot get on up there. Just quick on the articulation, not much there. You don't really, the body doesn't move too much. We have rotors in the shoulders, so you got the spin, a little bit of pivot there, clicky clicky. We have a bicep swivel, goes all the way around, and then of course we got that elbow joint. And then we got the hips. They don't come out, they just go up. They kick up and kick back. There is no swivel. We do have the knee. He can almost kick himself in the gas tank. And then kind of like the Transformers, we got very limited articulation on that ankle. It just clicks once. Going back. Oh, and actually one more going forward. So it does pop up from that neutral position. It's like I want this a certain way. There we go. There we have it. All right. Just a few other things I noticed. With the hips, they do kind of pop out like so. So you get that wider stance. Maybe it just helps to stabilize. And the same thing goes for the shoulders. They do kind of pop out a little bit. Look at that. The armor's like cracking open. Don't really like that. So you got that. And there's a slight pivot for both. So pretty groovy looking figure. I love this. I mean, there's really not much to it, but I like it. Kind of got that war-torn feel. Look at that. It looks all dirty up there. So it definitely looks like it's been in some battles. I guess you could do some fun stuff, like maybe take a lighter to it, make some little scorch marks if you felt like it. I'm not gonna do that. I did that as a kid. Whoa. And then here's the back. Get all that stuff out of the way. Now let's kind of check out the inside of that cockpit. I'm gonna do the best I can to get a good look inside, but here we got the controls. You know, this flips up, so this readout is upside down right now, and then when it goes up and around, the pilot will see it, but uses as the control center as well as steps to get up. We got the handles here on the side, and we got our seat with our locking seat belts here, double shoulder straps. Looking on the inside, we got some little controls on each side, little screen up top there. Pretty nice. Same thing goes for the other side. Oh, I get kind of a bird's eye view here. Same controller, and then we got more screens. That's the picture we saw on the back of the box. Pretty nifty. Let's see inside this helmet thing. Not much there. Cobra symbol on the back of the red seats. Looking pretty good. About the blast. Oh, it's the GI Joe. What is it? The original base. Just so you can get a better look at what the pilot's seeing. Cobra systems. About to blow away the Cobra base. Diagnostics there, whatever. Pretty cool though. I like the attention to detail. Pretty nice. I think well worth the price. It's gonna be well worth the price on the third market too. I'm sure. So there you have it. Let's get a pilot in there. And whoopsie daisy, I guess I just assumed too much. I'm just flying into these reviews blind, but there is a slight swivel on the waist there. So two pops. So you got one going one way, and it kind of is a little looser. Boom, centered. And then look in the other direction. And it's kind of loose and free, but if you want to go further, you got to pop it. So it kind of locks into one position. I think that's a good idea. We're going to throw in this Python Patrol infantry guy. See how easy it is to get him to sit into the cockpit. Get him all prepared here. Oh, come on. There we go. Gotta get those arms in there. I don't know, is this guy gonna make it? I mean, if this guy's too bulky, all right, after a little bit of work, it only took about 2 minutes to get this guy in here. But yeah, looks like he's sitting coach, man. There's not much leg room, to be honest. But yeah, small cockpit. It looks like his head is up too high, like he's not gonna fit, but it does. So we'll move this into place here. And then there we go. There you have it. I don't know if we can see in there. See our guy. I don't see him. Hello. But yeah, he did have a lot of like straps on, and it just made it difficult for him to sit back because there's stuff in the way back here. but it works regardless. So pretty nice battle armor. I do like this. Definitely worth the price. I did think it was going to be a little heavier. Gingivitis can't talk tonight. It's been a long week already, trust me. But yeah, it's all workable. You know, if you can find somebody without like all the straps and stuff on the back, of course, a backpack. If you have a backpack, that's not going to work. So take off the backpacks and maybe get a guy with less straps so that there's just less stuff to get in the way. But I threw this guy in there, and I think he's going to stay in there. Unless I find somebody better. I guess you could get that, the Valkyrie, the female Cobra troopers. That would be much easier. So maybe I could get that, what is it, the glider pilot. She would fit in there nicely. So there you have it. Let's do some comparisons. I know this guy's a big guy, but we're just going to bring out some Cobra guys. We got Armored Cobra Commander. Attack! There we go. Love this figure, by the way. Very nice indeed. You know, what's going on here? I'm wondering, now that I just look at this, is this supposed to go in here? Oh yeah, it does. Wow. I was like, that just doesn't look like it's big enough for this big ass stinking gun that Cobra Commander holds, but it works, so we're gonna leave him right here. And then we got a Crimson Guard, which with that big old sheath for his sword and the backpack is not gonna make it in there. We got a Viper. We're bringing out some of the oldies but goodies. Original Viper. And then we got the Techno Viper, which, you know, he's probably going to run some diagnostics on the snake armor. Along with some other techie guys, we got our weapons expert Destro. No, I'm gonna leave Cobra Commander out here. Needs to be part of this. And Scrap Iron. Who's running shit, making sure him and Techno Viper's adjustments match up. Bring out some Joes. We got Old Man Outback. Love this figure as well. Love that orange. It really pops. We got our new cover girl, the Grease Monkey. So if the Joes were to ever take some of these snake armors to make them their own, she would be okay working on them. And we got the new Dial Tone. Great figure as well. And just kind of a look at the size difference there. It's huge. Kind of wonder, this thing's like, almost like, there we go, okay. I think it's like kind of bending downward. There we go, I think that's better. Like my sound effects. All right, just a couple more figures for comparisons outside of the G.I. Joe classified line. Over here on the left, we got the Rookie, which is the DC Multiverse Mattel line. It was after the DC Universe Classics, after the Four Horsemen had departed, and they came up with this. This is a Build-A-Figure. This is basically another battle suit that Commissioner Gordon crawls into and was basically protecting Gotham while Batman was away on one of his whatever. I don't know if he is like dead or something, but pretty nice figure. Nowhere is even close to the size as the Snake armor. The Snake armor is a fucking juggernaut. And speaking of juggernauts, we got the Marvel Legends Juggernaut from the 2-pack with Colossus. So kind of a little bit of a reminder of Colossus, just like the dome head and the big bulkiness, you know. So I thought I'd bring out good old Kane Marco. He would smash the fucking piss out of one of these things. I'm sure he could take on like 10 of them if he really wanted to, but you know, he is got the size and strength pretty much of the Hulk. Still waiting on my Gamerverse Juggernaut, which I can't wait to get. It'll be interesting to see how that guy compares to the Snake armor. Not like it's any like relevancy, you know, they're not in the same universe, or maybe they could be, but you know, if they were in the same universe, would G.I. Joe even exist? You know, would Captain America be helping him out? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, it'll be fun when I get that Gamerverse Juggernaut to see how he compares to like the Build-A-Figure and the 2-pack Juggernaut I have here, and just see how he measures up to that as well as the Snake armor. So maybe we'll bring the Snake armor back out for that. Haven't got the email that he's shipping yet, but I'm hoping that soon it shall happen, because I'm hearing that other people, friends, are getting their emails and getting that thing shipped out. But there we got it, guys. Pretty nice figure. It's not flimsy at all. It just feels kind of light. And, you know, I don't know. It's like almost the same weight as Juggernaut. So, I would have thought it would have been heavier, but lightweight is good, right? And I wish this panel would kind of snap back in here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I gotta repeg these. So, I'm gonna give this a 7.5. It is a nice figure. I would have liked maybe some blast effects for the gun. You know, just like a power shot. Just one would have done okay and made me happier. Other than that, you know, maybe just a little more paint here and there, some silver, some chrome, you know, maybe a hazard emblem on the missiles. I don't know. It's nothing bad about this figure. It's just like, I always like to ask what could have improved this figure, and it's pretty dang nice. So 7.5 on the Snake armor. Great figure. Gonna have tons of fun taking pictures, and yeah, so go and get those Snake armors if you can. I think I might sell one of mine. I got 4 of them. Hoping to make just a little bit of money back. Not sure what the price will be yet, but please, if you can, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
I'm a juggernaut, bitch. Ow! Why does it hurt when I pee? Ah! Oh, God.
I love me some Juggy.